Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Haranir allied race, and in this video we're going to go through everything that you need to know about this race, how to unlock it, what classes, racials, mounts, heritage armor, literally everything you ever need to know about the Haranir will be covered in this video. But before we jump into all of that, I want to give a massive thank you to the sponsor of this video, and that is Boot.dev. This video is sponsored by Boot.dev. If you've ever tried to learn coding and bounced off it, this platform is built around one simple idea: bored learners quit, smart learners don't. Boot.dev teaches back-end web development from start to finish using Python, SQL, and Go, and it does it by having you actually write code and build real projects. You're learning the same kind of skills you'd use in a real developer job, not just watching videos and hoping it sticks. What really sets it apart is how it's structured. The whole experience is RPG-like. You earn XP, level up, unlock achievements, complete quests, and even fight bosses while you learn. It sounds silly, but it genuinely makes the process more engaging and easier to stay consistent with. They've just launched something called Training Grounds, which lets you grind unlimited coding challenges so you can practice as much as you want before moving forward. And if you ever get stuck, there's a Discord community full of real people who can help, plus solutions available for every challenge. All the content is free to read and watch, and every course has a free demo of the interactive experience. There's also a 30-day, no questions asked refund if you decide to upgrade. If you're interested, scan the QR code on screen or use the discount code MrGM and you'll get 25% off your first year on the annual plan. And thanks again to Boot.dev for sponsoring this video. Right, so yes, finally, the Haranir are going to be a playable race in Midnight. The Haranir will be available for the Alliance and the Horde. It's not a big quest line or anything like that. You simply just choose it on the login screen, similar to the Earthen, for example. Now, the Haranir will start at level 10. They do have a short starting zone, which does take place in Haranir, one of the new Midnight zones, and it does differ very, very slightly, depending if you're Alliance or Horde. And once you come out of that area, you do end up in your faction's capital city. Now, the model for the Haranir is, elephant in the room, very similar to the Night Elf. The animations are quite similar, but they do have different standing styles and different dances and everything like that, so they do feel a lot different to the Night Elf, but the actual rigging is initially based off of the Night Elves, but it does feel a lot different. Now, the Haranir can be 9 classes. You could be a Haranir warrior, hunter, mage, rogue, priest, warlock, druid. Now, for druid, they do actually have unique druid forms as well. So for the bear form, they have the pangolin form. The cat form is a wolverine. The moonkin is a bat bear. The fly form is a bat. The aqua form is an axolotl, the travel form is a sable, and the treant form is also custom to the Haranir. Now, all of these forms do have various amounts of customization as well, with colors and fangs and things like that, which is really cool. They can also be a shaman with custom totems for the Haranir, and of course they can be monks. So yeah, 9 classes to choose from with your brand new Haranir. Now, to unlock them, it is extremely simple. All you have to do is complete the Haranir campaign quest line. This gives you the achievement Allied Race Haranir, and this will unlock the race. Now, currently people are saying that the Haranir will not be available during early access. This does coincide with the Earthen. The Earthen were not available during early access, but Blizzard have yet to say anything official in regards to the release of the Haranir. So potentially it might be available during early access, as you can get that achievement in early access, but if not, we will have to wait for the full release of Midnight to play our Haranirs. Let's go into some of the customizations here for the Haranir, because Blizzard have gone pretty hard. When they put the model in originally in the War Within, the kind of NPC model did not have much, and they really just went kind of crazy with this with the new Midnight version. So starting with the male model, there are 20 unique skin colors. There are various different hairstyles and colors. There are 30 hair colors, and then you have 23 hair highlight colors as well. You can customize your eyebrows, your eye color, your eyesight, your nose shape, the tusks, face paint, your mustache and beard, your sideburns. You can add hair spines to your hair, and you can change the color of those. You can change the face fur on your Haranir, edit the ears, the earrings. You can have a necklace, and you can choose the color of that necklace. This is a 3D asset on the Haranir. You can add shoulder spines and pick the colors for those. You can add body paint and pick the color for that. You can change your fur color. They even have the option to change your feet, which is crazy. And for the males, you can also choose the color of your loincloth. Yeah, that is actually an option. So for the females, you do have the exact same 20 skin colors to choose from. They also have 18 super unique hairstyles, which are amazing looking, honestly. I think they've really just gone hard on the hairstyles here for the Haranir. You also do have the 30 hair colors and the 23 hair highlight colors. For the females, you can edit the eyebrows and the eye color options. Of course, you can change the eyesight. You can even edit the eyelashes. You can add hair spines and change the color of those. You got face fur. You could change the nose. You can change your tusks. You could change your ears. You can add earrings. You also have the necklaces once again, and you can choose the color for those. You could do face paint, body paint, shoulder spines again. Once again, you can change the feet and the fur color. And for the females, you could choose whether or not you want a undercloths top, and you can change the color of that. So yeah, a absolute ton of options for the Haranir in regards to customization. And I've seen quite a few on social media, just through like the Wowhead dressing room and things, and people are pretty creative, so they're going to look very, very cool. Moving on into some of the racials for the Haranir, they do have some pretty unique racials here. So they do have an active ability called Thorn Bloom. This is an ability that you choose the location of. Now, if you place it on enemies, it deals damage up to 8 enemies and puts a dot on them. But if you do it on your allies, it will heal up to 8 allies in that area, and it puts a healing over time on them. So yeah, it's a pretty unique ability there. You also have Lash Out, which is a passive ability which increases your crit strike damage by 1% and your crit strike healing by 1%. You have One with Nature. This is also a passive ability that increases your herb skill by 5 and increases your finesse by 10, which increases the chance of gathering additional materials. You also have another passive ability called Subterranean Predator. This increases your experience gains from killing aberrations, beasts, and elementals by 10%, and it also increases your damage to them by 1%. Finally, they have another active ability. This is Root Walking. So this is a pretty cool ability where you cast it and it teleports you to Haranir. Now, if you do just want to explore Haranir and back, you can do that with the ability, but the main reason for this ability is to teleport to the world trees around Azeroth. So basically, you have to fly to the roots of those trees, and then your ability changes and you port to them. So the trees you can teleport to is Amirdrassil in the Dragon Isles, Nordrassil in Hyjal, Shaloudrassil in Val'sharah, and Teldrassil in Darkshore, or whatever's left of it. So yeah, simply just fly to the roots and teleport to that, which is cool. So yeah, some pretty unique racials for the Haranir. Now, for the dance for the Haranir, they don't have any particular reference, it seems. It is simply just a tribal dance for the males and the females. This is similar to what we saw in the cinematic for The War Within. So originally it was pretty basic, but they have added a bit more to it here. But yeah, pretty much it is just a tribal dance for the male and female Haranir. So let's go into some of the jokes and flirts for the Haranir. So let's start with jokes. Now, the thing is here, the male and female do have pretty much the same jokes. However, the female one does have one unique one. So let's take a listen at some of those.
Eating lots of vegetables helps you stay healthy. But when those vegetables are a 20-foot dinosaur, you stay really healthy. I thought we would all get to be bads. I am Haranir. But sometimes I feel so Harafar. I put the fun in underground confluences of mystical roots that creates a hidden realm that is home to plant and fungal creatures of all types. Wild in the streets. Wait, we need streets. I am the root of the problem. Why don't you make like a tree and dig down into the earth for nutrients, gripping tightly so none can dislodge you?
It may be time to grow a new outfit.
All right, so moving on into the flirts, let's take a listen to the male flirts.
I got the bark and the bite. I like my partners like I like my world trees. Deeply rooted and full of life. Plant yourself right there. Leave no doubt I am the root attraction in this. Wait, where are you going? I've got all the right moves. If you want someone to hold dear, you can't go wrong with a Haranir. A beast is caged within us all. You just made the bars rattle.
And now let's check out the female flirt options.
Have you ever been ensnared in the ancient roots, connecting all trees of the world? If you're attracted to a sharp wit, you'll love someone covered in piercing quills. You brought me flowers. Watch your back. Their families may come for revenge. The goddess won't judge what she does not see. I am wild about you. Of course, I am a wild elf, so that does not mean a lot. Do you want me to unleash the beast? No, it is quite harrowing. I have a radiant vision of you and me.
For the racial mount for the Haranir, they do have one racial mount, and that is the Ivory Grimlinx. This is a ground mount and is unlocked through the unlock achievement. So once you unlock the Haranir, you unlock this mount, and this mount is available for all races. So yeah, you get a pretty free mount there for just simply completing the Harandar storyline. And finally, the Heritage Armor. Yes, the Haranir will come with Heritage Armor. To receive this Heritage Armor, you need to reach level 50. It appears that this will be, once again, no boosts, so you will need to level from 10 to level 50. This does unlock 2 versions, so you have the Har al-Nor version, which is the orange version of the Heritage Armor, and you also have a purple variant called the Shul Kar version. So yeah, 2 different versions there of the Heritage Armor. I really like the look of the Heritage Armor, actually. It's pretty similar to what we saw in the War Within, but a bit more sort of armory, I guess. The helm is amazing with those antlers as well. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is the Haranir allied race coming in midnight. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this allied race. I think they're pretty cool for the most part. You know, obviously when we first saw them, we're like, oh man, it's just night elves. But I think with the amount of, you know, different customizations, different voice lines, different animations and things, they do feel very different to the night elves. And I'm very much looking forward to making one, especially with those druid forms. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like on this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon, and I'm on Twitter, Mr. GMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And also I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, War Within, any sort of WoW, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.